Daddy's Dungeon.
Daddy's what?
The fuck is Daddy's Dungeon?
Daddy's Dungeon.
Daddy's fucking dungeon.
All of you!
Daddy, chill.
What the hell is even that?
That's cool.
Damn, bro, I went for a walk this morning with the dog. And, she, like, hates when dogs bark at her. It was rough.
Who? Oh,
My dog?
Oh, Ella hates when dogs bark at her.
Yeah, she don't handle it.
She don't like being pressed. She don't like being pressed. Valid.
Valid.
Who likes being pressed? Tell me. Who likes being pressed? There's some people who like it, though.
Yeah, some people, like, want that shit. Like, they, like, I wish someone would come fucking tell me something.
Some people live for the toxic moments in life. Some people live for that.
Welcome back, our sponsor.
That's
for
not
today's
me.
Video. Welcome back to our sponsor. I wish.
Welcome back. Sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company.
That'd be really cool.
I'm American. I'm gonna enjoy your coffee. Give me a Black Rifle. That's all I need.
Veteran founded, but is it made in America?
It's got a giant American flag on there.
It doesn't mean it's made in America. We have giant American flags, legit, like
Made in China.
made in China. Oh, Texas. Utah, Texas, Tennessee.
Speaking of China,
This one was made in Utah.
the craze that's recently been going around. I'm sure you know about it. The TikTok ban.
Oh, it's already back.
It's already back. Thank the Lordy, honestly. I'm so glad that it's
Yeah,
back.
because
I'm glad that it didn't leave for an indefinite amount of time.
was he fiending?
I wasn't fiending, but there was a point in time where I was really on the talk like that. I was on it daily. That was my YouTube for a minute, right?
Yeah.
But then there was a point in time where I kind of burnt myself out. I was chilling on it. And most recently, within the past 3 weeks or so, I've been fiending on it.
It's because you learned it was leaving and you wanted to embrace.
Nah, I didn't even know it was leaving like that. I mean, I've been hearing that it was leaving for like 7 years already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So it's kind of like, oh my God, they just said it was gonna. They just said it's gonna leave again. Yeah, right, sure. It's like the homie that says, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, and then never goes.
Well, so we were talking about it. Me, a mutual friend of ours, we were talking about it, and he was like, if Trump's really about like, what do you say, what's that shit called?
What's what shit called?
Capitalism and shit.
Okay.
About having your own business and your own money. He's like, he would extend the ban, and he would find a way to keep it in America even without a U.S. owner, because there's so many Americans on there that make money off TikTok. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense, because a lot of people, that's their life now, making TikToks, and they live off that. And
the day before it's ban or temporary ban, right? People were in shambles, you know?
Oh, yeah, I saw this post, and people were calling 911 because of it, because they didn't know what to do. They were fiending that bad.
No.
I swear to God.
No way.
I swear to God.
Isn't
that crazy? That's brain rot shit.
That's brain rot shit, yes. But that's equivalent almost to you take too many edibles. Oh my God, I'm fucking dying. And then you call the ambulance.
Yeah, they're like, so you're admitting that you took marijuana. They're like, oh, I can't breathe. My heart rate's going through the roof. Yeah. So I just told my girl, because my girl, she texted me, you know, she's a TikTok advocate, and she says TikTok's banned.
Fuck yeah.
She's like, TikTok's banned. All I sent her was, welcome to the dark side.
Welcome to the dark side, motherfucker.
I said, welcome to my comment sections.
I formally invite you.
It's because the thing is with TikTok, that shit ain't on Instagram, bro.
What?
They're not, so as famous as these people are on TikTok, they are not nearly as famous on Instagram.
Oh, no way.
It's like a quarter fraction of the followers.
But you know what though?
It's because the people on Instagram are dogs like that. They be commenting shit like that.
But I would say that the TikTok comments be getting a little ruthless sometimes too.
I ain't seen it.
But I will say that I think TikTok is a much larger platform. You know, I think it's a lot more popular. I think it's a lot more in teen. I think just overall, I think it's just a lot more popular in general.
I don't know if you can say that, because Instagram's been around so much longer.
Instagram has been around longer, but I feel like with with the just quick boom that TikTok had,
Yeah.
you know, everybody's been going on there because they saw what it could do, you know, and
Back to the capitalism. People got rich off that. TV shows.
people got rich off that, you know what I mean? And that's dope.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's sick. But I mean, don't rely on just that, you know what I mean?
I know.
Make an Instagram,
No, but
make a YouTube.
they don't pop off like that on there.
So the influencers that I follow, right?
Uh-huh.
They were kind of like, oh fuck, like my livelihood. So they were outsourcing, you know what I mean? Hopping on YouTube, hopping on Instagram, trying to do their thing on different platforms. It's like, yes, you're doing the right thing. You're going the right direction.
Yes.
And
Well, I'm sure most of them do already do Instagram and shit like that. I'm telling you, bro, it ain't the same.
well, the one that I like, this one specific influencer that I'm thinking about, she did not have anything else other than TikTok, you know?
Terrible.
And it was pretty terrible, but she was able to recover, and like she was able to get those other platforms to a decent level.
Yeah, so like I think if they have a lot of followers on TikTok and they have a good, you know, a lot of people just follow and then it never shows up again, but there's those people that constantly come back. I think those people would definitely follow you back on Instagram. Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
made
yeah.
an Instagram, I'm gonna follow it because they're gonna miss that. So
that's what I did.
That's their base. That's their baseline. Maybe 20, 30K is their baseline, and then they just have to kind of rebuild. And that's the hard part. Yeah.
That's hard. It's like building a civilization.
And welcome back to today's sponsor, Age of Civilization 4. No, I'm just kidding. Have you seen those? Have you played that game?
I have only played the little tidbits that they let you play.
Because I got it on the Switch, right?
Uh huh.
That shit's mad hard, bro.
But you know the little demos that they give
Yeah.
you, and then
Oh, and then you download the game and it's nothing like it?
yeah, it's nothing
Yeah.
like it.
I feel like they shouldn't be able to do that.
They shouldn't be able to do that They
Because
shouldn't
it's
be able
so
to do
it's
that.
actually so fun. It's like I could do this. It's brain rot shit. You move a guy around, he's chopping wood, and then you take the wood, and then you
Yeah.
buy guys, and then you open the app, and it's like, this is not what I was advertised, and then you delete it.
Granted, I have never actually downloaded the app.
I have.
I've never downloaded the app because I knew if it was like this, it would quite literally consume my life. You kind of like retro bowled it.
Remember like Tap.io, that game we used to play?
Yes.
Dude,
oh my
God. Dude, I'd be on that just in class just like this.
Dude, yeah. It was insane. It was insane. But you know what, though? That didn't... I think the one app that consumed my life more than others was Retro Bowl.
Yeah, you went real heavy on the bowl.
That consumed my life.
So, I went through like stages of games. So at first it was the Tap.io. I think that's what it was called, something like that.
That shit was gangster, though.
Yeah,
We were playing that while fucking watching Schindler's List, you know?
I know. So, so there was that game, and then it went to Clash of Clans, and I was grinding that shit.
Oh, you know which one I had too? Was Dragon Vale.
The fuck is that?
Dragon Vale is pretty much you start off. It's like a small little community.
Mm-hmm.
You start off in this small little island,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or it's actually an island in this like in the sky, right? And then it's one of those games where you can expand your world to be bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
But you're a dragon breeder.
that's pretty cool.
It is fucking cool. You're a dragon breeder. You breed all these different dragons, but it's a time based game. So these dragons, it takes 3 days for them to
Yeah.
fucking pump out this egg.
Yeah.
They be fucking like mad, straight up.
But
And these eggs take forever to hatch.
but
So
that's what you're waiting
They
for.
bait you to buy these gems.
Yes, dude.
So you can crack those eggs open early.
I
They
know.
never got me. They never got me because my parents never got me.
Exactly.
That's why they never got me.
So like, oh man. But the thing was, like, the same thing on Clash of Clans, you know, you gotta wait 4 fucking days for a little hut to get built,
yeah.
you know? And then you're out of builders, and it's like, oh, for 1,000 gems, you can do it instantly. But I would hoard my gems. I would fucking hoard them.
Yeah, because what good are they gonna do if I were to spend them? They're better in my pocket,
They're
not
better
doing
in my
anything.
Yeah, they're better in there, and it shows a good will that I have.
Let me ask you this. Okay. You were great at saving money on the game, but did that translate to real life?
No.
We learned nothing. What the fuck did we learn from these games? You know? And so obviously those are the games of our youth, or at least apps. But now this new generation, they have their Roblox. I think Minecraft is pretty big within this new generation as well.
Yeah.
Which other ones are there?
Those aren't really like phone games.
No, they're not phone games, but they're kind of games that
Balloons Tower Defense 6.
that shit's hard. Bloons
is sick.
is sick. I will stand by Bloons to the day I fucking die.
So my girl bought me this new phone, S22 Ultra, and
No need to flex.
she's taking it upon herself to say, "Your phone is fucking badass." My girl's a gamer. She's a phone gamer,
A famer.
So she be logging into her accounts on the games that she play, and she just be grinding her games on my phone. Cause she pulls out the pen, so fucking. She plays all those little township games, like farming games and shit like that. She loves that shit. It's like, I was like, so this is what we got the phone for? Fucking video games?
What'd you get it for?
Porn? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, but yeah, she'll just be like, "Can you phone?" I'm like, "If you use my phone, I'm going on a game."
Got any games?
Yeah, but I feel like she probably has games that people play now. Probably, if she's playing it.
Think she's hepped in with the new generation like that?
Probably, if she be playing it, she be making pizzas and shit on there.
But I feel like because she's our age, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, just kidding.
That mind is different than the newer, fresher minds. You know what I mean? It's different.
Like
whether you like to think so or not, it's different.
So like what like I wonder what game now is like equivalent to Clash of Clans back in high school, where all the homies were in the clan. It's like, "Hey guys, we got clan war during lunch. Y'all better do your attacks."
And that's one of those
Y'all better
things.
do your attacks at lunch.
That's one of those things. If you know, you know. Like you just got to be there.
That's true. That's
like we can't
that's true.
we can't find that out unless we go back to school.
So I'm gonna go like wait in the corner of the high school and like talk to some 16-year-old.
I'm gonna go ask him through the fence, like, "Hey,
kid,
what's up?
Hey kid, come over here.
Come over here, kid.
Like, I got my van
Let me
door
play
open.
with you."
Dude, so there's like this guy that drives around a GTR, and he records people's reaction because he's got like cameras in his car and shit. So kind of weird, but he was doing this thing, and it's like this younger kid. He's like maybe no more than 10. He's like, "Oh, that's my dream car." And he's like, "Oh, you want to come sit in it?" And this kid goes, "No, I'm just gonna leave." And he leaves, and he's like, "Yeah, that kid passed."
Smart kid.
And then he does it again. He's driving around. He finds some other kid, and the kid gets in the car, and he's like, "You're never seeing your parents again," and just drives off.
Hey, that's a lesson.
Yeah, now he knows.
Lesson right there.
Why the fuck
Absolutely.
you getting in? Just because the car is cool does not mean they're a good person.
Granted, probably would have done the same thing, but
If it was a GTR,
the risks you take in life.
I'm trying. If this was a new gen GTR. You're not getting in that.
Yeah, I would have gotten in a Volkswagen bus. Let's be real.
I've been seeing some cool ones, bro.
Like if you got a Volkswagen Bug, dog, that shit's sick. I will hop in that bitch.
Yeah.
You don't got AC? No worries. Put the windows down.
I wonder if like Fluffy would ever give us one of his buses, just because. If I just like, "Hey, bro, can I have one of them? Like one of your shitty ones that you're not completed yet."
Yeah, and even those shitty ones that aren't completed yet are worth tons.
I know.
And
He's got like 20 good ones.
that whole line of VW buses, even the earlier ones and the later you get, and like different models from different countries, because we obviously don't get every single model in this country.
Well, they're bringing it back now
Right.
too.
No, but what I'm saying is like
Like the European models.
there's European models, Japanese models, whatever, right? We don't get all of it here, and all those other models are sick as shit too.
They got some weird looking cars in Japan.
They
They don't look like our cars.
They do have some weird looking cars in Japan, but it's some dope looking cars in Japan though.
There are some dope ones, but there's some weird ones, and all the cars are very compact.
Japan is a compact place,
That's true.
from their streets to their sheets to their.
So like I saw like a video of their gas station, and then all the comments were like, "Yeah, this is any gas station. It has a worker. He guides you in. and he's just like, "What kind of gas would you like?" And he doesn't even touch your gas cap. He has like microfiber cloths. He opens it with that. He does everything with the cloth. He fills your gas tank. He closes it with the cloth. He wipes it down.
Really?
And then he even guides you out of the gas station when there's traffic. He'll stop traffic. He'll walk. It was really cool.
Well, have you seen their subway stations?
No.
I saw this one video
The train to Busan,
where
Korea.
I saw this one video where it was a subway station and they compared it to the subway stations of like New York, right? You know how chaotic those are. It's kind of like when you throw a foreign object in an ant farm, all the ants just scramble everywhere.
Yeah.
Run for your life! We're dying!
Yeah.
Right? So in this Japanese one, it's 2 lines going in and going out. Perfect symmetry, perfect coordination, no one bumping into each other.
Yeah.
There's no one going crazy. It is just, we know what we're doing, we know where we're going, and that's it. We know we're going to get there on time because
they have like respect for each other.
Because of how cohesive and fluid it is, right?
And I add, it's very cool. They have women-only cars.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so homie Daniel went last year, and he's a tourist and he doesn't really know. So him and his family accidentally got on the woman-only cars, and they were all like,
The women in there.
yeah, they're like, what the fuck? And then someone who spoke English informed them that they're on a woman's only car.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So he was like, oh shit, we didn't know. So they weren't mad at him because clearly they're foreigners. But I thought that was really cool.
That is dope. That is dope.
Because some women don't feel safe with all the men.
Uh-huh.
Which is true. It could happen.
Yeah. But I feel like even if in a country like Japan, for example, right? Even if they didn't have those women-only cars, I think the way that their culture is and the way that their society moves, I feel like they would be a lot safer there. You get what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Because, I mean, Japan, that's all about, like, respect and, like, honor. Their culture is very clean, very nice, all that stuff, right? And I feel like if they would feel a lot safer in a mixed-gendered car in Japan than a mixed-gendered car in
America.
New York or any subway station in America.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with you there.
Right?
Yeah.
And I've also seen these videos too where there's people falling asleep on a train, right? And they'll just be sitting next to random strangers. They'll just fall asleep and they'll nod off, and their head will land on someone's shoulder, a stranger's shoulder, and then they'll kind of conform themselves to make that person as comfortable as possible. Whereas they go to another video of a Western civilization, and somebody does that, and they kind of like just very abruptly get up and like push them or whatever. Yeah. Like, bro, come on, dog. What's up with that?
They're just sleeping.
They're just sleeping, homie. You know?
Yeah. They're just sleeping.
Like, granted, that could be me. I'm a sleeper. You know what I'm saying?
I've never even been on a subway.
Never. No Metrolink, nothing. I've been on a Metrolink plenty of times in my life.
I remember my dad took me when I was young on the Metrolink.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it. I just remember like we were in where the conductor was, where like they drive the train and shit.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
Yeah, but never actually like traveled like any other common citizen.
No,
because
I'm not poor.
No common citizen's gonna be with the conductor. You know what I'm saying?
I'm kidding. Honestly, the train's actually dope.
It is extremely dope. It's super comfy,
and it's very it's on time. You're on time.
Yeah.
And if you need to get to LA and you don't want to drive, you just take the train. Just make sure you're back on time.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's super comfy. It's honestly, that is the best route to go.
And they have a stop in Upland, bro.
They have a stop in Upland, bro. Yes.
Doesn't get any better than that.
That's the best route to go for Dodger games. The best.
Oh, yeah. And Angel games, too.
You know, because it takes you right to Union Station. And then from there, you can get a shuttle bus to Dodger Stadium. Perfect.
Literally, at Angel Stadium, the stop is at Angel Stadium. So you just get out and you just walk.
Oh, that's lit.
It's like right there. It's so fucking cool.
I don't think I've ever been down on that side.
The not poor people
side?
The
Orange County side?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been down on that side. But I love taking the train, dude.
Yeah, me and my dad a couple years ago were planning like a trip, and I think we should probably replan that again. I don't know what happened, but we just didn't end up going on it. It's like one of his dream trips. It's not a Metrolink, but it's the Amtrak. They have sleeper cars and shit like that. So there's like, it goes up the coast all the way, I think like up to Seattle, and it's beautiful. And then you go all the way over to Colorado, and it's like a 3-day thing. And then it rests there for 2 days, and then you come back. So it's like a week thing. And my dad just wants to go and just, because you see all the mountains and shit. He likes that, you know?
Also, that's pretty much, that trip is for the train travel specifically.
Yeah, that's why, because he says it just passes through so many mountain ranges and like up the coast. And he said it's beautiful. So he says he wants to go see for how pretty it is. And then you stop in Colorado for 2 days. That's when your train comes back, or the train leaving comes back. And you got 2 days in Colorado just to relax and do whatever.
I feel like that's so much safer than driving.
It is.
In a long distance trip.
It is.
You know?
It is. But I do know it is expensive.
It is.
It is. Even like if you don't, because they have just your regular seats and you'll sit there for those 3 days. Like that's just your seat for 3 days.
Nah, fam.
Or you got the sleeper cars.
Not the business. Not the business.
So, and then like any other train, you just walk through the door and then there's like the dining car and shit like that. So, I feel like it would be really cool to do some shit like that.
You know, that would be super badass, right? But that instantly reminded me of when you said you have your normal seats and you got your sleeper cars, all this stuff. But that reminded me of when I flew to Florida, right? Mm-hmm. On my way back, I was my ticket did not have an assigned seat, so I had to check with the customer service to see what seat I was assigned to. But then they asked me, they were like, "Oh, would you like an emergency seat free of charge?"
Yes, please.
And then I was like, "Absolutely."
Do you know who else got an emergency seat free of charge? Khabib. Did you see that?
I did see that.
What were your thoughts on that?
I don't really know what happened.
So,
I just saw that he was going back and forth with the.
Yeah, so I just thought it was completely fucked up from the get. There was 3 Russian dudes in his row, and they asked him if he spoke English, and he says, "Yes, I speak English." And then the stewardess were not comfortable with letting him sit there, and he's like, "I speak English."
We're not comfortable letting him sit there. Why?
I think they thought he was a terrorist.
Dog, I think there's more to it.
I don't know.
It sounds... I don't know. I feel like there's way more to it than you're putting into it. Cause
in the video, he says, "You asked if I speak English, if I know English." And he's like, "I know English. I'm speaking to you in English." Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Sir, we just don't feel comfortable with you sitting there."
I mean...
Granted, Dana White was 100% right. He said, "He's one of the richest people I know. Why the fuck is he flying Frontier Airlines?"
Hey, dog.
Humble shit.
Hey, dog.
Humble shit.
He just wants to get there.
Yeah, bro.
He just wants to get there. I wonder if it was direct or if he had any stops.
If you're flying Frontier, you got stops.
You got stops for real.
This some Spirit Airlines shit.
Just fly Spirit, brother. Just fly Spirit.
To me, it was racially motivated because he's got the beard and he's got the heavy accent.
Badass accent, by the way.
No, I think what it is that they want someone that is competent, that can listen to them if they're gonna go down, and they want to pull the door open.
That's valid, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
That's totally valid.
Yeah, but they kicked him off the flight. But it's like, dude.
They kicked him off the flight. Didn't even assign him a seat.
Well, yeah, because he was fighting with them. Mm-hmm. Because at that point, that's it.
No, but from what I heard, the tidbits that I saw, he was kind of just going back and forth, arguing with them, right? Saying this is unfair. This is unfair. They wanted
him to move seats.
Yeah, and I mean, I would have just been like, you know what? If it was available, at least here's a bigger seat for you. No problem. We just feel more comfortable having somebody that we think. Oh, but then again, he could have pulled out the discrimination card or something.
Yeah, but then why did they ask him if he spoke English?
But also, if he spoke English, right, yeah, that's fair.
And then he's talking to them in perfect English. Mm-hmm. He has an accent, but he understands English.
Yeah. And
it's like what I would have done was like, lady, I'm a UFC legend. I speak English. Okay, look, here's my Instagram. I got 40 million followers.
I'll beat you, bitch.
And then he just goes like, Allah Akbar. And they're like, what the fuck? And boom, off the plane.
No, but dude, okay, so him, for example, right? Like, yeah, he may speak broken English or with an accent or whatever it may be, but he may be more attentive to the signs of the airplane.
Yep.
More than somebody who speaks perfect English.
And I feel like he'd be more calm in those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to each their own. He never really commented on it. I think he's really good at shit like that, just like letting it be. I don't think he cares. I just found out yesterday night that he married his third cousin.
You know what? More power to him. Third cousin. How far of a lineage is that? How far away is that from you?
It's a couple generations. So it's like, so here's it's your aunt's kid, and their kid had a kid. No, it's the aunt's kid, and then a separate family, another kid, but still married to in the same family, had another kid.
You know what? Run it.
Run it.
Run it.
So yesterday was like a fucking adventure, bro. So, I was under the impression that the Charles Oliveira meet and greet was also going to be at the Intuit Dome. Intuit?
Yeah, Intuit.
The Intuit Dome. And he's like, yeah, bro, we gotta... He's like, it starts at 10, so I'll pick you up at like 10 or 11. And I was like, bro, this shit starts at 10. Why the fuck would we leave at 10 or 11? I said, you're going to be at my house 8 o'clock sharp. He got here like 8:10, so I was like, valid. Pretty good. And then... Little do I know, I find out it's somewhere in the middle of Inglewood. It's not at the Dome. And I go, what are we doing here? I was like, why? Why would we do this? So then we park, we get out. The line is 4 blocks long.
4 blocks long.
And this is not UFC meetup. This is a Full Violence Instagram meetup.
Oh, okay.
So Charles Oliveira is not getting paid for this.
It's just
That's why he was
contract.
there. That's why he was there for a half hour.
Uh-huh.
And Nate Diaz was supposed to be there from beginning to end. So we got there at 9:30, a half hour before it started. Line's 4 fucking blocks. And I told him, let's just leave, bro. Let's just go. And he was like, nah, bro. He's like, what if we get to meet Charles? Like, what if it's quick? I was like, okay, cool. We moved 0 steps in an hour. And I was like, bro, let's just leave. Let's just go to the Dome. You know? And he was like, nah, bro, let's wait till 12. And I was like, dog.
And at this point, it was what time?
10:30.
Okay.
And I was like, really? And then in my head, I was like, you know what? This is his experience too. This is our first time doing any of this shit. So I was like, it's his experience too. I'm going to let him have it. And he drove, so let him have it. And I said, if we don't get to that fucking tree by 12 o'clock, we're leaving. And it was 11:45 and we were about 5 feet away from the tree. But then we were still like
another 3 blocks.
No, we were still a block away. We were still 1 block away, and I told him, I was like, bro, the only reason we're moving up is because everyone keeps leaving. That's the only reason. Because what happens is, every like 20 minutes, one guy walks off, and then there's like 20 people in agreement. I'm going to, and I'm like, Jake, let's just go. Fuck it. Let's just go. Let's just go. Come on. He doesn't want to leave. And he's like, look, bro, we're getting to the tree. And I'm like, we're only getting to the fucking tree because people are leaving. And mind you, Nate Diaz was supposed to be there the whole time. Oliveira was only there for a half hour. Nate Diaz got there at 11:40. 11:40. That's why the line wasn't moving. Because he wasn't there for the meet and greet.
To get it going.
Yeah, and I told him, just get the fuck out of here. And then they were so late, all Nate did was just take a group photo and left. And I was like, bro, we wasted fucking so much time on this shit.
So much time.
So much fucking time. And so I started getting pissed. And then we get to the Dome, and it was like heaven. It was like heaven on earth.
Oh.
So unfortunately, we had gotten into line to meet Cody Garbrandt, because right at the bridge, Cody Garbrandt was right there. We're like, oh, Cody Garbrandt, that's cool. Let's fucking get in line and let's meet him. He was really cool. And then I go,
Short king.
oh yeah.
Very short king.
Oh yeah. I was like, fuck, bro. He was really cool. He's like, oh, it's the guy's first event. He's like, this is a fuck. And then he was like, this is a great event for you guys to come. He's like, this is a really good event for you guys to come for your first event. And I was like, oh, thanks. He's like, yeah, you guys take care. Enjoy your first event. You know, hopefully see you later. I was like, cool. Then we left. And then as we were in line, we were close to the front. I was like, bro, there's Cub Swanson. I was like, bro, we got to go. He left.
Cub Swanson.
Yeah, I guess he was only there for 15 minutes. That was his time. 15 minutes and he was out of there. I was like, damn, bro. We missed him.
And how many people is that? How many people does he meet in those 15 minutes?
It's pretty quick, bro. It's literally just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Photo, out of there. So quite a bit, I bet. But so we're in line, right? And there's this white man in front of us. We're in line for Cody Garbrandt. There's this white man in front of us, about our age, a little younger, I would say. And then I go, hey man, was that monster free? Because he's just holding a monster. And he's like, oh yeah, bro, they're downstairs for free. And I was like, say less, daddy. And then he saw Jake was wearing an Ohio State shirt, and he's like, oh, this is my first UFC event. I flew out here from Ohio, but I fucking hate Ohio State. I was like, what the fuck? And then we were just all talking football. It was really cool. Met someone instantly. It was nice meeting someone. And I got 3 monsters for free.
Just had to get it. Just had to.
It was free, dog. What's weird though is the monster water was for employees only. Really? You got a gang of monster water for like 3 employees right here?
Well, it's because they don't want to give them the harsh chemicals. They want them to have the pure water. That's what it is.
But yeah, I met a couple fighters. It was really cool. The best fighters that we met were Jorge Masvidal. He was really fucking cool. And Pantoja. And when I tell you, bro, his DAP game is undeniable.
Why?
I hit him with 2 perfect daps. 2, like, you know, the sound. One when I met him, and one when I was leaving. I made sure I got 2 dap outs from every person we met. Just because. And I know I told myself I wasn't going to take any photos, but I was like, you know what? This is not weird. Everyone's doing it. You know? Perfect crisp daps.
Also, if everybody does it, it's not weird?
No.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
But crisp daps. And I was like, yeah, that was cool. And we just told him, hey, what's up, champ? But in Brazilian. And he really liked that shit. He's like, oh, what's up, brothers? He's like, my brothers, what's up? And we told him it was our first event, and he was really cool. He genuinely seemed happy to meet people. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And before, Jake, he ran to go get his charger because he found out there was chargers in the seats.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So Pantoja's line got pretty long, so I was already in there. So when he came back, I was already by the front of the line, and I told him, I was like, bro, because people ask for stare downs with some of the fighters. I was like, I'm not doing all that. I'm just asking for a photo. Those stare downs, like, were scary. Like, he got into it, the stare downs. And I was like, wow. And just me seeing it from, like, a 15, 20 feet.
Was intimidating.
And I was like, bro, imagine, like.
How up close and personal did he get?
In there, like, forehead touching.
Really?
Bro. And he flipped the switch and off instantly. And I was like, bro, imagine having to actually fight that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, imagine having to fight that person with, like, he's in your face like that. Insane.
He's in your face, then you're looking up at him.
Yeah, I know. So, like, it was intimidating just witnessing the stare down from afar. And I was like, wow, dude, that guy's literally badass. Like, every person we met, I was like, this guy is badass. Chito Vera, I don't know if he was on drugs or what the fuck. So I go up to him and I dapped him. He's like, how you doing? He was like, I'm good. I was like, hey man, you got to tell Larry June to come down some more. You know, play some more shows. He was like, oh, Larry June, I think he's fighting somebody. So, you know, not right now. And I was like,
what?
And I just left it at that. I was like, oh,
gang violence.
I just told him, I was like, okay. And I think
I think he's fighting somebody.
I think he thought I was talking about a fighter
Yeah.
to fight him.
Yeah.
But this is what pissed me off. All the other fighters were really good at giving you the attention. But Cheeto Vera. So people who didn't want to wait in line would be like, oh, Cheeto, what's up? And he would go, oh, hi. In the middle of people's photos. That's what would piss me off. I was like, imagine you're trying to get a photo and you wait in this fucking line and you hit this guy's photo because someone yelled at you from across the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas all the other fighters would just ignore it. I didn't like that. I did not like that.
That's totally valid, dude.
And then during our photo, one of the media guys comes up to him right when we're doing our photo, and he was kind of off focus too.
One of the what?
Media people.
Oh, media guys. Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, what's up, bro?" And I was like, "Dog, we're in the middle of we're trying to take a photo with you, bro. Like, you can talk to him right. You couldn't wait until right after our photo."
10 seconds.
And I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. So
He been on TikTok too long.
So the fighters that were there for meet and greets there was 2 time blocks. So it was Bilal Muhammad, Tracy Cortez, Cody Garbrandt, and Jorge Masvidal. That was the first one. And Cub Swanson was just there just because. So he took 15 minutes of his own time just to go meet people.
Dope.
So I didn't know that, and I just saw him. I was like, oh, let's definitely get a photo with him after because he's SoCal legend, UFC legend too. And I was like, okay. So then he left, and I was kind of sad. And then the second block was Justin Gagey, and it was supposed to be Tom Aspinall, but Tom said that they didn't pay him enough money, so he wasn't going to show up. And I was like, it's kind of gay.
Pretty gay.
It's pretty gay.
There's people paying your checks.
I know. But he's coming from London. I was like, you know what, whatever. So it ended up being Diego Lopez instead of Tom Aspinall. Cheeto Vera, and who else was it? There was one more. Oh, Pantoja. And it was just really cool. And we decided not to go see Tracy Cortez because we're not gooners. And
But you could be fans.
I'm not really a fan. What has she done what has she done?
I don't know.
She was just with T City. That's why she got famous.
I don't know. She a fighter, ain't she?
I wish T City was doing meet and greets. I would have went to go see him.
That would've been cool.
She is a fighter.
Hey, dog, you got fucking Joe. You got your ass beat by Volk.
But Jake was telling me, he was like, bro, there's a lot of gooners here for her. I was like, yeah, I could imagine. And he was like, trust me, bro, it gets really bad on Twitter. And I was like, it can't get that bad. So then we're waiting. They're weird about it, bro. They're weird about it.
Oh, yeah?
So we were in line for Pantoja. And then this bigger gentleman, he calls his friend and he goes, bro, screaming, I just met Tracy Cortez. He's like, look at my story, bro. She's so fucking sexy. Oh my God. She's so fucking hot. And then I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's going crazy.
He's screaming on the timeline in real life.
I was like, motherfucker's crazy. And then Jake was telling me about this one guy who went to a meet and greet, at some bar for strippers or something. I don't know. And he just started jerking his wiener. And I guess it went mega viral and people were making jokes about it because he killed himself after.
No, okay, so here's... Okay,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
actually going to bring that
confused.
up. Here's what it is, right?
Yes.
So there's some coffee places, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where these girls, they'll be dressed up in a bikini or they'll be dressed real provocatively or whatever, and they'll serve you like that.
Oh, okay.
Right? But this dude pulled up, pants off, dick in hand.
Yeah.
Right? Just straight up ready to receive his order. And so she had a GoPro or was filming or something.
Yeah.
And she was like, sir, that is not appropriate. Get out of here now. Get out of here. Calling 911, whatever. And so he just offed himself.
Yeah.
Because he thought that he was going to receive so much backlash. He was going to get canceled or whatever it was. But what he did made it go viral. By him killing himself,
Memed out.
It go viral.
Gooned out.
He gooned himself dead.
Bro. And he was telling me this shit, and I was like, no way. People are...
He's a father, a husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing, bro?
So, he was showing me the memes, and it was like, oh, me going to the LeBron meet and greet, and I was like, oh my god, bro. Yeah. So he was saying like, bro, this is what these dudes are gonna start doing here with Tracy Cortez.
Yeah.
I was like, dog, this is crazy. But yeah, shout out Free Monster, and I fucked up big time. So Jake was hungry, and I was like, bro, there's a really good. This guy had a burrito. It looked insane good because it was cut in half. I was like, oh, that looks good. I told him, I was like, bro, we should just go right there. It's good. And he was like, don't you think we should go inside? I was like, yeah, you know what? They probably have some good food in there. Maybe. I should have just said, no, get that fucking burrito. Instead, fucked up with the gas station hamburger. Gas station quality. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Soggy. You're just hungry. You just got to get it in you. That's what it was.
Patty got that microwave moistness.
Yep. And I was like, this is what they're doing here. What was wild to me was, thank God I didn't. I refused to put my card on that app. Because it has facial recognition, all that shit. There was no people. You scan your face to get inside the store.
Right.
And the worker's like, are you with them? Oh, just go ahead too. You're good. I refused to put my card on there.
Okay.
And then the door to get out was already open. And I was like, oh, maybe it's not going to charge you if we just walk out. So we just walked straight out. He got charged for everything, even my shit. It was insane.
Well,
How they knew.
You know what? So I went to...
How did they know?
Okay, so this store was kind of different. It didn't have facial recognition, but it did have a thing where... This was at the airport. It was like a little snack shop. Nobody was working. It was late at night anyways. But you kind of just scan your card, and it's kind of like a $2 surfy or whatever. Mm-hmm. As soon as it's authorized, gates open, you go in, pick out your stuff, and you just leave.
And it just knew?
It just knew what you took, and it just charged you for it. All I got was a soda.
That's insane.
But it knew exactly what you got.
Which soda, too?
Wow. And then from the same card that you scanned, it later charges you.
Wow.
And there's a lot. I think it's Amazon Fresh stores.
Yeah, they do that too.
Are gonna do that.
But they do it with your hand now. I don't like that.
And they just charge your Amazon account.
Yep. But yeah, the UFC meet and greet was awesome. They handled it well, way better than the other Full Violence. No offense. Oh, what that guy did that pissed me off. Everyone's there to meet Charles Oliveira. You're already running late. Charles is only going to be there for another 20 minutes, and you're running late. He decides to walk Charles out on the street. No security. What do you think's going to happen? Swarmed. For the whole thing. So I got to see Charles Oliveira within 5 feet, but I didn't put my phone. I was just living in the moment. I was like, holy shit, that's Charles Oliveira. That's dope. And then I told Jake, I was like, where the fuck's his security at?
Yeah.
The whole street just swarmed Charles. The whole way down. And then that's when it was like 10:45, and I was like, let's just get out of here. I gotta go.
Granted, that man don't need security.
It's not that, bro. It's that people are fucking weird, and they don't understand personal space.
Boundaries.
Even Pereira went to the UFC, and after when he was driving out, they swarmed his car. A group of people. And he just kept like, back up, swarmed the car.
Was he driving himself?
No. Like a chauffeur. But it's like, come on, guys. He's just a fucking person. You know, just let him go.
Literal zombies.
Just let him go, yeah.
Literal zombies.
But, because I've been to a football game and I didn't really like it. It just wasn't like, but also they weren't scoring points, so it wasn't very fun. This is something I gotta do again.
UFC event.
I got to. Not just because like we got to meet cool fighters and met a lot of cool people. Like people were really nice.
But the experience in the actual event itself was so much more exhilarating than a football game.
Oh, 10 times.
Yeah.
Bro, legit, the first time the crowd erupted, it was early prelims. Not even a quarter full, the crowd erupted, and I got chills. Like, full body chills, like, whoa. Now imagine when the stadium was completely full, bro. It was like euphoric.
In a championship bout.
That was one of There was 2 championship fights.
Oh, okay.
So, all the fights were okay. Nothing really like good happened. But on the main card, the crowd was real loud. It was cool. But the last 3 fights, it was Yuri. That was the first one, and then it was Merab versus Umar Nurmagomedov, Khabib's cousin. And then it was.
Is that the one he married?
No. If he married a man, they'd be dead right now. Then it was Islam versus Moicano. I gotta say 2 things about that fight, but when Yuri versus Jamal Hill came out, crowd was insane. And Yuri dropped him 3 times and chills every time because the crowd just went nuts. And that was like, holy fuck, that's fight of the night right there. Because I thought the next fight, Merab versus Umar, was going to be a wrestle match. But they were so good at stuffing each other's takedowns, it was just a boxing fight. It was awesome. And the whole time, Merab really shut him up. People thought Merab was just ducking Umar. Just ducking him. Oh, he doesn't want to fight him. He doesn't want to fight him. It's not that he didn't want to fight him because he was scared. He hates Russian people. He gave him the business. He gave it to him. Awesome. Even Joe Rogan says that was the best bantamweight fight he's ever witnessed. And he said, thank you for doing that. Amazing fight. And then Islam comes out and he just... This is what I told the guy next to me. There was 2 older gentlemen, like in their 30s. They go to like all the UFC events in Las Vegas, like they're about it, you know. And we told them it was our first event, so they're showing us photos. Real cool guys. The only reason they went for Moicano was because the odds were so. They were like, bro, it's a 1,500 odds. He's like, if I bet $1, I win $150, some shit like that. So he bet like $100, and it was gonna win like a couple grand, you know. And he's like, that's the only reason I want him to win. He's like, I already won my parlay, so I'm good. He's like, this is just extra. I told him Islam's gonna smash this guy. And that's what he did. He smashed him. But it was supposed to be Islam versus another guy, Arman. And Dana said Arman is not getting another chance. He's got to fight his way back. Because the ticket sales were like at 9 million for the whole ticket sale. In one day, it went up 1.2 million once they announced it was going to be Moicano.
Really?
So he was like, Arman's not doing shit. How the fuck is Moicano bringing in more money than this guy in one day? So imagine they did Moicano versus Islam to begin with, the ticket sales. You know?
Would have been way more.
Yeah, so he was already pissed. He was like, that's crazy. That was crazy to me that he sold 1.2 million in tickets. And
now that man's about his business.
Yeah.
That man is about his business.
But yeah, it was every time the crowd would just like erupt, I'd get chills, and it was just like, wow, that was so awesome.
I don't know if I've ever felt that from a sports event.
I think you might do it. I got pretty rowdy too. You know, especially during that Merab fight. It was that was one of the best fights I've seen, and I got to see it live. It was just even better.
Uh-huh.
What I didn't like is that the screen had a 1 second delay from live.
Oh, okay.
So I'd try to be watching the live, but sometimes it's a little too far. So I'd be watching the screen, and then the crowd would erupt, and I'd be like, "What? Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Yeah, I didn't like that."
Yeah, they gotta fix that.
But the seats have like cool controls, so they play games on the screen, and you get to answer the questions with a corresponding button. It was cool. I thought that was cool. And the seats have chargers in them, but only their chargers work. So you have to go and buy a cord.
Oh,
isn't that so stupid?
God, dude, everything.
Isn't that so stupid? Now, mind you, I convinced Jake to buy a souvenir cup because the soda was $8 and the souvenir cup's $13. And I told him, hey bro, make sure you bring the souvenir cup when we leave because I'm fucking thirsty. And we were out, but we didn't want to get up from our seat. Our fault. So we go to the soda station. Once time's up, they shut them off, all of them. That's some cheap shit right there.
Why'd they shut them off?
I bet you they don't want people fucking walking out with free soda.
Oh, at the end of the night.
Yeah. The event just ended like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's some cheap shit.
It's kind of similar to what at movie theaters, right? you know, a late night movie ends, you get your large bucket of popcorn, free refills. What I always do, I stop, get my bucket refilled before I leave. Mm-hmm. And then I'm always thinking like, oh, these fuckers are watching me just leave with a fresh bucket of popcorn.
They don't care.
I mean, yeah,
they
don't
gotta throw
care.
that shit away at the end of the night.
But what I'm thinking about it, the way I'm thinking of it is, they're just seeing me leave with the fresh bucket of popcorn,
money.
and that's money right there. That's an extra $11 we could have charged.
Yeah, that shit really pissed me off. I was like, bro, they really shut off the soda machine.
Yeah.
And like you just paid $600 for these fucking seats.
Penny pinching at its finest.
Dude, and I was like, how much was this stadium you're fucking penny pinching like that? Stadium was 100% sold out, $9 million in sales. How much percentage of that did the Dome get? You know, how much of that did the Dome get?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you're worried about some soda?
Like, dog.
Oh, penny pinching. But yeah, it was great. I definitely want to go again. I learned that there's pre-sale codes, and I need to figure out how to get that because the tickets are 10 times cheaper that way.
With pre-sale.
Yeah, because we met up with a guy from Twitter from up north, and we're like, hey, what section are you at? He's like, oh, section 2. That's on the floor. And I told him, I was like, how much were those fucking tickets? He was like, oh, my girl got an early access code. It was $600. And I was like, what the fuck? And he's like, yeah, these seats are usually like from $3,000 to $5,000. And I was like, yeah, I bet. So I need one of those codes.
Absolutely. That's Mando.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed the event. Seeing it live is really cool. I got worried because one of my friends was like, oh, yeah, you're not going to like it because you can't hear the announcers and shit. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You know, the announcers add to the fight, too. And I was like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I didn't get any of that. I just enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
But don't they also have this one thing where you can put headphones on and hear the announcers?
That I don't know.
I've heard of that before.
I didn't see anybody do that. But
Might have to look into that because that'd be dope too.
It was really cool because the guy next to us, there was like they said they were best friends. They're all sports, everything sports. So I sat next to them, and he was like, hey, you guys like football? And I was like, duh. So he had the game on. So we're all watching the game, all four of us watching the game. And then we ended up talking more and more. Really cool guys. And then one of the guys was like, hey, where are you guys from? And I was like, I'm from the IE. And he goes, Upland? And I was like, that was weird. I told him, like, that was weird, bro.
You listen to that Decentra, bro?
No,
sure?
I told him, like, I was like, bro, that was weird. And he was like, what? And I was like, no one ever says Upland.
Yeah.
And I was like,
ever.
And I told him, I was like, most people don't even know Upland when I say that I'm from Upland.
Most people don't even know the IE.
I just say I'm from Ontario.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows Ontario from Cal, like SoCal, they know Ontario. They don't know Upland. They're like, Upland? Where's that?
North Ontario.
Yeah. And I was like, that was weird, bro. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He was like, my cousins, they all lived in Upland. So I was over there my whole life. And he's like, they went to Upland, and then, but most of them went to like a Claremont McKenna high school.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, so I've been hanging around there my whole life. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. I was like,
still a small world.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a little weird, bro. So I was like, this guy knows me or something. I was like, I didn't like this. I was a little scared. Yeah, but definitely got to go back.
Yeah, that's
we should go. You would like it.
I would love to go.
You would like it a lot. I don't know what else happened. Parking lot was fucked. Fucked.
Parking was insane.
Like, we got in, no problem. And we showed up a little late. Like, we got there 12:30, opened at 12. Parking was wide open. The out, I just told him, turn your car off, bro. We're just sitting here. I just people watched for an hour. Like, legit. I just stood on the ledge. People watched for a good hour. And then I turned around, I was like, yo, Jake, we got 2 more cars left, so, let's get ready to go. He's like, okay. That's how bad it was to get out.
That's insane.
And people were honking at each other.
I would have hated that shit.
Nah, I was chilling. My phone was on like 10% when I got home. Yeah, I was going through it. Oh, I fucking hurt my leg again. Yeah.
How'd you do that?
Some fucking retard shit. So they have the staircase that goes down on each side, and then in the middle there's like bigger ledges.
Bigger steps?
Big steps. So in my head I was like, all right, I'm going to step up with my right leg and use that to get up. And my left leg popped right out. And I fell.
Well, whenever you go upstairs, you have to go with both legs, don't you?
Well, yeah. So like I had like my right leg like this up the ledge, and of course I subconsciously pushed with my left leg to get up, and that's what did it. You know what I'm saying? That's what went popped my leg out when I did that.
Oh, your
push.
left leg.
Yeah.
Oh.
So then
So you kind of should have just like squatted on your right.
I
squatted
should have
up.
just put my butt up and turned. That's what I should have did.
Uh-huh.
That's what I should have done. And so I just sat there in shame for a little while. I was like, damn, I just did that.
Oh.
I just sat there in shame.
It's all right. It'd be like that.
But I don't know. What would I do differently about the day?
Maybe save that time in the fucking meet and greet on the street. The full violence meet and greet.
Not doing that shit ever again.
Save that time.
Nope, not doing that. I could have slept in a little bit.
Or roamed around. Maybe saw everything else a little bit more.
Exactly. We could have got there a little earlier. We could have met all the fighters on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, bro. So we're like, what line is this for? They're like, oh, Justin Gagey. I was like, it's not even 1:30 yet. They're like, oh yeah, because everyone wants to meet him. It made 4 S's, it made 4 turns for his line, where everyone else's line was just a line.
Yeah.
A straight line. And I was like, holy fuck. So then I was like, let's meet Pantoja first, and then we'll go to either Justin Gagey or Diego Lopez. So I was like, okay. So then he ran to get his charger, and I was like, I'm going to Diego Lopez. We both agreed that would be the one we want to meet.
Mm-hmm.
I called him. I was like, bro, there's 6 turns. We are not making it. Go to Justin Gagey. Go. And we go, and we're like, maybe like 2 turns left, and then he left. It was time for him to leave. I was like, fuck, dude. So, no way.
These meet and greets are so short, dude. That's insane. I can't even imagine how many people they can fit into that one small block.
I just wonder how much they get paid to do that. They're getting paid.
Yeah.
They're getting paid.
Well, I remember from my experience on 2K, it's like 500 VC, something like that.
That's pretty small. You ain't getting nothing with 500.
It's pretty small. Like an arm sleeve, Nike arm sleeve. That's about it. Maybe a tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know. Gaethje, I did want to meet him though. I feel like that'd been cool.
That would have been dope.
Yeah. Jake was gonna ask him what it was like in that moment. I thought that would be a good question.
That he got knocked out?
In the moment where him and Max pointed at the floor and they just started swinging, like what his thought process was.
I don't know, man. I just blacked out. I just blacked out. I started swinging.
That's probably what happens. Though.
I missed all my punches because I blacked out. I couldn't see.
There was one right where this guy was on this guy's back the whole time, and he was trying to get him in a choke for the whole first round. And then the guy somehow reversed it like late in the round with 10 seconds left. And the guy has him in a choke. And then the whistle blows and he's still holding the choke. So the whole crowd starts booing. So then they're showing the replay. And the guy has him in the choke and the guy tapped. But they went to the second round. So everyone started booing the whole fucking stadium. Everyone. So they booed at the guy who went too long.
Where were you there on that one, Herb? Huh?
I think it was Herb. I legit think it was Herb Dean.
Where were you there on that one?
And then they show the guy tap. And they didn't stop the fight.
Oh, we're gonna go to Jersey for the bar.
Dude. But yeah, that's all I did. It was very awesome. Very awesome.
Worth it. Sounds badass.
I want to go to Las Vegas on March 8th, I think.
What is that, at Legion Stadium?
T-Mobile Arena.
It can't be at a Legion Stadium, can it?
No.
That's an open one?
No, that's a dome, but that's way too big for UFC.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's a badass stadium, I'll
That's
say
a
that.
football field. It's too big. Way too big.
Okay.
No one will be able to see anything. The other stadiums are all like hockey rinks or shit like that,
Yeah,
Smaller.
Yeah.
It's going to be Alex Pereira. I think that'd be a cool fight.
That would be a cool fight.
Yeah. Take a little day trip.
Versus who?
Ankalaev.
You could even take the train down there.
Could you?
Probably.
There's no train that goes over there.
I don't know.
There's no train.
There's trains that go all over the country.
I feel like the Amtrak took like 2 days to get there.
Amtrak goes all over the country.
I'd rather just drive. It's a couple hours.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my weekend.
Sounds like you had a banger of a weekend.
Yeah.
I had a banger of a weekend at work.
He worked 23 hours straight yesterday, and then I texted him. I woke up this morning, I texted him, I said, I'm alive, brother. Because honestly, I thought you would have been here already at the house. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm alive. And he goes, I'm not. I worked 23 hours yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, I just got home like 5 hours ago. And I was like, damn, dog.
I got home at 4:30. And I got home at 4:30, probably went laid in bed around like 5:30 or so.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Ended up going to sleep 6, maybe 6:15. You know, that's when I actually like...
You got your last 5 seconds on TikTok? You know,
No, I tried to go on and then there was the alert. I'm sorry, but...
It's back up, but yeah.
Yeah, it's back up. But at the time that I tried to go on it, sorry, you can't go on it. It's like, fuck.
Yeah. Dude, my girl recently started making sourdough. Like,
Bread?
she's been trying. And it's a process, you know. We're just going to end it there.
Yeah, that's our call.
That's our call. Anyway, she made a fucking sourdough after her 4th try. Love y'all, Daddy's Done, Jefferson 144.